If you are watching this right now, it is not by accident. You did not stumble here. You were led here. Perhaps you woke up this morning carrying a heaviness you cannot name. Perhaps you have been praying for a sign, for some proof that you are not forgotten, that your tears have been seen, that your struggle has been noticed by someone greater than yourself. Today, that answer comes. This is God's message for you. Not for the masses, not for the general world, but for you. The one watching. The one who needed to hear this today. There are seasons in life that feel like silence. Long, stretching, aching silence, where you pray and nothing seems to happen. Where you work and nothing seems to change. Where you give your best and still feel like it is not enough. In those moments, the enemy whispers a lie into your heart. He says, God has forgotten you. God has moved on. You are alone in this. But I want you to hear this truth today, and let it reach all the way into the deepest, most frightened part of you. God has not forgotten you. Not for one single second. The Bible tells us in Isaiah 49 that God says, even if a mother forgets her nursing child, He will not forget you. He has engraved your name on the palms of His hands. Your name, carved into eternity, written in His very being. When it felt like the silence was abandonment, it was actually preparation. When it felt like God was absent, He was actually at work in ways invisible to your natural eyes, building something in you, building something for you, that you could not yet comprehend. The delay is not a denial. The silence is not rejection. The waiting room is not the waiting room of failure. It is the waiting room of something extraordinary. Jeremiah 29:11 says, For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Hold on. Just hold on. Because what God is building for your life is worth every moment of the wait. Now I want to speak to the ones who are hurting. The ones who have experienced loss that defies explanation. Grief that will not leave. Betrayal that stole your peace. Disappointment that shook your faith. I will not offer you empty comfort. I will not simply say everything happens for a reason and move on. Because your pain is real. What you have endured is real. And God knows that. But here is what I want you to hold on to today. Your pain is not the end of your story. It is the turning point. Think about Joseph, sold into slavery by his own brothers. Imprisoned for a crime he did not commit. Forgotten by those he helped. Every layer of his life seemed to be stripping away dignity, freedom, hope. But God was writing a story that no human mind could have authored. The very pit they threw him into became the launch pad for his destiny. The prison became the place where his gift was discovered. The suffering became the preparation for a role so significant, it would save an entire nation. What has happened to you, what has broken you, betrayed you, buried you, is not the period at the end of your story. It is a comma, a pause, a breath before the next chapter begins. God is a God of resurrection. He does not waste pain. He does not allow suffering without purpose. And He is so masterful, so sovereign, so deeply in love with you, that He will take the very worst thing that ever happened to you and turn it into the greatest testimony you have ever lived. Romans 8:28 says, We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. All things. Not some things. Not the easy things. All things. Even the things that made no sense. Even the things that felt unfair. Even the darkest nights of your soul. Trust the weaver. Even when you can only see the tangled threads on the underside of the tapestry, he sees the masterpiece being created on the other side. I want to pause here for a moment, because God's message today carries something very specific for someone listening to this. You have been carrying something that was never yours to carry. It might be guilt from past decisions you cannot undo. You have repented, you have tried to make it right, but still you carry it. Still you hear the accusing voice that says you are too broken to be used, too fallen to be restored, too far gone to be forgiven. Or perhaps it is worry. The crushing, exhausting weight of trying to control outcomes that are entirely out of your hands. Your finances, your children, your health, your relationships. You have been lying awake at night, running the same scenarios through your mind, trying to find a solution that only God can provide. Or maybe it is unforgiveness. A wound so deep that releasing it feels like allowing the person who hurt you to win. So you hold it. You grip it. And every day, that bitterness grows heavier and heavier. God's message to you today is this: let it go. Give it to me. Not because it did not matter. Not because what happened was okay. But because you were never designed to carry what only God can handle. 1 Peter 5:7 says to cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. The word cast is not passive. It is an active, decisive throw. A deliberate release. A choice you make to place what is crushing you into the hands of one who is infinitely capable of bearing it. Forgiveness is not saying what happened was right. It is saying, I refuse to let this poison my future. It is choosing your peace over your pain. It is trusting God to be the judge while you walk free. Today, if you are willing, right now in this moment, take a breath. And in your heart, speak these words. God, I give this to you. All of it. The pain, the worry, the guilt, the unforgiveness. I cannot carry it anymore. And you said you would carry it for me. I trust you. Feel that. Feel the weight begin to lift. That is not imagination. That is the Holy Spirit responding to a surrendered heart. There is a generation alive right now that was specifically chosen for this time in history. And if you are listening to this, if you are breathing air in this moment, you are part of that generation. You were not born too late. You were not born into the wrong era. You were placed here, in this exact decade, in this exact culture, with this exact set of experiences, on purpose and for a purpose. The world is shaking. Uncertainty is everywhere. Fear is trying to be the dominant narrative of our time. And in the middle of all of it, God is looking for people who will not bow to that fear. Who will not be moved by what they see. Who will stand on what they know. You are called to be light in a dark world. Not when it becomes convenient. Not when it becomes safe. Now. Today. In the middle of the chaos. The book of Esther says these words, for such a time as this. Esther did not feel qualified. She was afraid. She was uncertain. She had every reason to stay quiet, stay hidden, stay safe. But God had placed her in exactly the right position, at exactly the right moment, with exactly the right calling. And when she stepped into it, an entire nation was saved. Your life is not too small to matter. Your platform, whether it is 10 people or 10 million, is not too limited for God to use. The kitchen table where you raise your children is holy ground. The office where you work with integrity is a mission field. The neighborhood where you love your neighbors is your assignment. Do not wait for someone else to do what God put in your heart to do. Do not shrink back because you feel unworthy or unqualified. God does not call the equipped. He equips the called. And He is calling you. Right now. Today. I feel this deeply in my spirit, and I want to speak it over you with complete conviction. A new season is beginning in your life. What has been closed is beginning to open. What has been dry is beginning to be watered. What has been delayed is beginning to move. Some of you have been in a winter season, cold, barren, stripped down. You have watched others bloom around you and wondered when your spring would come. You have held on to seeds, dreams, promises, prayers, in cold hands, wondering if anything would ever grow. Today, God says, the thaw is coming. Do not give up. Do not bury the seeds. Do not trade your miracle for relief from the waiting. Ecclesiastes 3:1 tells us there is a time for every season under heaven. Your season of winter was necessary. It drove roots deeper. It built strength you could not have built in the warmth. It gave you a testimony that can reach people who have been where you have been. But winter does not last forever. And for someone listening to this, your winter is ending. Be ready for what God is about to do. Clean out the corners of your heart where old mindsets have been lodged. Make space for the new thing. Release old identities. I am someone who always fails. I am someone who is never enough. I am someone who does not deserve good things. Those are lies. And today, God is asking you to put them down. Isaiah 43:19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." A way in the wilderness. Streams in the wasteland. That is what God does. He works in the places where human logic says nothing can grow. Watch. Believe. Expect. Because something is shifting, right now, in the spiritual atmosphere around your life. And now I want to speak as directly as I possibly can, because I believe with everything in me that these next words are not mine alone. They are for you. God wants you to hear this. My child, I see you. I see the nights you cried when no one else was watching. I see the prayers you have prayed that felt like they went nowhere. I see the sacrifices you have made in secret, the faithfulness no one has applauded, the love you have poured out even when you were running on empty. I see every single moment. And none of it has been wasted. You are not behind. You are not too broken. You are not disqualified. You are not less than. You are my child. Chosen before the foundation of the world. Loved with a love that does not fluctuate with your performance or your perfection. I know the fear you carry. I know the dreams you almost gave up on. I know the parts of yourself you are ashamed of, the wounds you have hidden, the shame you have carried far longer than you should have. Come to me with all of it. I did not send my son so that you could manage this life alone. I sent him so that you could walk in freedom, in wholeness, in power, in peace. Today is a new day. Not just on the calendar, but in the spirit. Something is shifting. Something is being unlocked. I have heard your prayers. I have not been silent because I am indifferent. I have been working in ways that your eyes could not yet see. Trust me. Just a little longer. Just one more step. Because what I have prepared for you is beyond what you have imagined. Beyond what you have asked. Beyond the limits of your current understanding. I love you. I have always loved you. And I am not finished with you yet. If those words touched something in you, if you felt a warmth, a stirring, a sense that you were meant to hear exactly this at exactly this moment. That is not coincidence. That is grace. God is pursuing you. Not because of what you have done, but because of who you are to Him. If you have never made the decision to give your life to God, today can be that day. It does not require a perfect prayer or a perfect past. It only requires a willing heart. You can say simply, God, I need you. I believe that Jesus died for me and rose again. I give you my life, all of it. Teach me who you are. Lead me where you want me to go. I am yours. If you just prayed that, welcome home. And if you have been walking with God for years, be encouraged today. Your faithfulness is seen. Your labor is not in vain. The best chapters of your story are still ahead. Share this with someone who needs to hear it today. You may not know exactly who it is, but God does. And sometimes, the most powerful thing we can do is simply pass the message along. May God bless you, protect you, and overwhelm you with the evidence of His love, today and every day.